Welcome to Unraveling Relationships, Emotions, and Desires. I am your host, Dr. Sheila Hodgman-Dover. Today, we are honored to welcome a very special friend. Some friendships are etched into our souls, forged in childhood laughter, tested by life storms, yet still shining with the same warmth decades later. Today, I have the joy of reconnecting with one of those radiant young ladies, a woman whose journey has been marked by resilience, faith, and an unwavering heart of service. My dear friend MERLYN ICILMA HOBSON has been a pillar of strength since our days playing cock and hen, round and round chin chin bar, sheep sheep come home, children children yes grandmother, on the grounds of the St. Johnson's Village School. Back then, we were just two dreamers, two little girls whispering secrets and sharing dreams. But life tested her early when she was faced with the unthinkable loss of her mother, a pain no child should bear. Yet, through that sorrow, Isilda's spirit never broke. Instead, she grew into a woman of profound faith and compassion. Today, she serves her community with quiet dedication, working for the government of the most beautiful Caribbean island, St. Kitts and Nevis, working at the health department, where administering insulin, tenderly dressing wounds, or offering comfort to those in need. She brings the same kindness we cherish as children into her healing hands. And beyond the clinic, you'll find her where her heart feels most at peace, in God's house. A devoted woman of faith, Isilma finds joy and strength in worship. Her love for church, a testament to the hope that has carried her through life's hardest moments. Our friendship, though stretched by time and distance, remains unshakable. Proof that some bonds are woven by something greater than ourselves. To sit with her now feels like coming home. MERLYN, welcome and thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome, Sheila.
And how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. What about you?
I'm feeling great. All
Thank
right.
you.
Before we dive into today's conversation, I have a confession to make. You see, my dear listeners, I once knew our incredible guest by a different name. Only name I knew her by was ICILMA HOBSON. That's right. Back in village school days, that was the name etched in my memory. That was the name the teachers called her. That was the name all of the classmates called her. So if anyone had mentioned MERLYN to me back then, I'd have smiled and nodded, utterly clueless as to who they were talking about. Up until 2 years ago, I had no idea who MERLYN was. Life has a funny way of weaving our stories, doesn't it? We lost touch after your mother's funeral. You were just 10 years old. And years later, when Hyacinth reintroduced us during my Christmas visit back home, I think it was 2007, I'm not 100% sure, or 2008. Well, I'll admit I wasn't sure who you were. You had blossomed into such a beautiful, mature young lady. You weren't that little tiny 10-year-old I saw at your mother's funeral. So last year or 2 years ago, when I discovered your delightful first name, when it popped up on my Facebook page with a Facebook request, I had no idea who MERLYN was. So should I say MERLYN or ICILMA?
I said no.
ICILMA. First, let me
Yes.
just say how deeply moved I am to be here with you today. Our friendship has spanned decades, laughter, headaches, and quiet triumphs. To reunite like this with so much life lived between us, it's a gift. So let's take listeners back to where it all began. The dusty grounds and pasture and classroom, leaky roof of village school pasture. What are some of your fondest memories of village school?
I will say when it's break time and you go out to the trade, the vendors then with their little trade with the sugar cake, popcorn, time on jam, and we out there playing, skipping, or some kind of game. Sometimes we don't even realize the bell ring, so we didn't get to finish eating with ham and jam, and we just snuck it in with us. And when the teacher ain't watching, we just take a little bite. Those was the real days. Those was real school days.
And we didn't even remember it's time to go and empty our bladder.
No, we don't know. And then when we go in the classroom, no, we can't come back out. The teacher gonna say he's done. He just had break.
Oh, those were funny days.
Yeah, because time used to fly so fast. We having fun, so we ain't checking about to go to no bathroom.
And remember, we didn't really have real bathroom in those days either.
Fun. And sometimes we got to skip and dance to go in the bathroom.
Okay, so life has changed for you in such a profound way
Yes.
after you lost your mom. Take me back to that day. How did you find
Um,
what happened to your mom?
the morning I was getting ready to go to school. So I was inside, 'cause we live close to the hospital also. So I was inside, so I listening and I hear a lot of crying and a lot of noise. So I went outside, then I saw my sister and I asked her what happened, and she telling me mom passed. I said, no, mom can't pass, guys. I just see mom yesterday. And I planning on going to see her this afternoon. She said, yes, mom just passed away. And it feel like my heart did just stop because I didn't expect my mother to go so soon.
Mm.
I was just 10, so that was one of the saddest day of my life up to now.
I'm so yeah, that I can only imagine. I can't even imagine what the sadness was like for you. I felt
Uh,
the pain, but I couldn't under feel the pain that you felt. That yours would have been much more intense.
Yes.
So was your mom sick?
At the time, there was, at them time you're young, you don't know what diseases them all about. But now I'm grown, they say it's kidney failure. Because they was telling me, oh, she swallowed a lime seed and it stick somewhere and she saw it. But she had a surgery like a week before, something like that. You know, she had a surgery. But at that time, it was kidney failure. But we didn't know the modern name for it
Mm-hmm.
at the times. Because we was young, we know not about health and diseases, you know.
Yeah. So when you saw her the day before, did she look like she was dying?
No, no. She had surgery, yes, but she didn't look like she was dying. And we talk, and she keep on telling me, don't forget, you have to go to school early. Get up and go to school, and just always do what the teacher them said. She wasn't sick, but at my age at them time, I don't know what kidney failure is all about. I don't know the procedure, you know. I
Mhm.
don't know the complication. Only now I'm grown and I'm working in the health system, then I understand what it's all about.
Mhm. So after your mom passed, you had to plan a funeral.
Yes.
And if I can recall correctly, that was the very first funeral I have ever attended, and that was the last time I'd seen you after the funeral. So
Yeah,
take
that was the first one for me too. That was the first, I didn't even know what like funeral and you know, planning a funeral. I didn't thinking about it. I was just thinking about my mom gone.
yes. What were you thinking when you saw her? When you
I
realized,
know after they said she died. I won't be seeing her again. I know she died. She ain't gonna be talking to me no more. She
mm,
ain't gonna be preparing the food for us. She ain't gonna be doing nothing for us, cause she died. She
mm.
dead. She dead. She ain't coming back. You
So
know?
did you go to the hospital to see her after she passed away?
I did, but at them time they had rules. Children under a certain age can't go in.
Hmm.
Most of the time we used to got to sneak in, you know?
Yes. Yeah, I really think that's a stupid rule. Because
I
if
think
you if it's the
I think
last time people say goodbye to you, someone who's dying, and they deprive you of that because you are under a certain age.
eh,
I don't know who came up with that idea that at certain age you're not allowed to enter the hospital to visit your parents.
yeah, they still have it.
It's a dumb rule. In my opinion, it's a dumb rule.
I think so too.
It's time for them to change that.
And and get modernized.
That's exactly how I feel. So I was like,
Yeah, they need to get modernized because sometimes the kids them They're out there waiting. The adults them can't. They can't explain what the mother wants to say to them. The
Yeah.
mother love is more. The father love is more. The family love is more. The
Mm-hmm.
person talk to you face to face. That somebody to come tell you what they say.
Correct, correct, correct. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. So that was your first funeral. After
yes.
after the funeral, what thoughts, how did you cope after the funeral?
I didn't focus in because I don't know what to do. Who gonna take care of me? Who gonna be there? I know my were sisters, them, and brother there, but they themselves need somebody to take care of them.
Mhm. How many people lived in your home when your mom passed away?
It was like four boys. The rest of them was used to live with their dad. It was four boys and me and my two sister. Me and my sister. And the other one was living with she dad just across the road. She and she was brothers.
Okay. So that was a younger sister?
Yes, my last baby sister Ingrid.
Oh yes, I remember the name. How many children your mom had?
It was gonna be 12, but two passed away. So
Sorry,
it's
okay.
okay. Yeah.
And so six of you lived in that like a big mansion?
Two bedroom, not a big mansion, two bedroom. You have one part for the boys, one for the girls.
That was what it was like for me during village school days. So we had a two-bedroom and half one of the bedrooms was divided in two. So the girls were on one side and the boys on the other side. We had a
The same,
partition. Then
yes.
after, I think when I went to junior high, then my stepdad extended the building. Then we had a room for the
Mm.
girls and a room for the boys.
Yeah, it was hard because like my brother in school, the same police one who passed away, he in school. At the time, his sister got she own life to live. 'Cause then after that, she had a kid. So it was just me and my other brother and
Mm.
my older brother, the police one. But then he saying he don't know what to do because he can't take care of us.
Oh,
Mhm.
what
That's the thing.
kind of
Mhm.
feeling you went through from being at home with your mom and you live close to the hospital and your mom worked and we both know we both had moms who love to cook.
Yeah. I used to just enjoy every afternoon when coming on to 3:30, me concentrating on nothing else but my food. Because I know to a fact my mother don't cook and she don't put out everybody food in the different casa plate, a bowl if it's soap,
Mhm.
and the cup with the drink.
Wow.
And
So
at them time we didn't really study about cold drink. She make the drink and if she had oil, she put it in. Otherwise, we got to drink it like that.
yeah. And you know what? Interesting, the food did not spoil. Because
No,
my mom cooked the food in the morning before she went to work every day
no,
for our
yes,
lunch. And we came home with the food. We didn't get sick. The food didn't spoil. We
not at all. At them time, it wasn't so much chemicals and these things.
Yes, yes. And as I said, she made the drink and we eat a mug of drink and we didn't care whether we had ice in it or not. It was good.
And unless you put ice in it and it run down, we just get a spoon and we turn it up and we just
Yes, yes, yes.
drink
Those were the
like
days.
that. And at them time, it was no sun quit and them planet. It's Kool-Aid.
Mhm. Well, my mom used
Kool-Aid.
made lemonade a lot, our soursop drink.
Mm.
We had
Yes,
our
yes,
passion fruit drink. We had a lot of natural
yeah. And
drink.
something, she will put in squeeze in a lime or put in a little piece of ginger. But at
Yes,
them time, we ain't thinking about sodas and them kind of
no,
stuff.
correct. Soda was for Christmas. We
Yep,
we drank soda at Christmas. For
only at Christmas.
only at Christmas, yes. That it was like for us. So after your mom passed away, all of these traditions of you eating at the table every day with your mom, eating her food, who started cooking?
Me and my other brother.
Okay.
So, sometimes my older sister will cook, but she got to work for 7:30. So we used to mostly be on our own.
Hmm. So these are siblings from your father's side or from
Mother.
mother side? Okay, okay. At what point did they determine that they couldn't take care of you?
Mm. After like the age coming out to go to high school.
Okay. And what happened to your life?
My police brother, The lady who have children by my dad, she said she will take me. She will take me. So my brother tell me I have to go because he in school and he can't cope. And he was living in a one-bedroom house, you know.
Mhm.
So he said, I'm a female and he can't take it. He can't look after me. He can't do them stuff. So he's gonna send me to live with the lady.
And
But
and, the, and what was life like there for you?
it was not a good experience. It was not.
What made it not good?
Because the lady had smaller kids and the older one for her put all the responsibility on me to take care of those kids.
Oh my. So you were a babysitter.
Yes, and sometimes like out of the blue, like if me ain't do something, me ain't getting nothing to eat. You know, I got
Wow.
to be outside under the lamppost to do my homework. It wasn't easy,
So your life changed drastically.
just like that.
What about church?
Just
Did you go to church and Sunday school?
no, they used to go, but I could not have go. I could not have go because I got to be looking after the younger kids. But sometimes I realize he have a close pipe and he have a far pipe. I
Okay.
used to take the far one just to go close to the Sunday school to listen.
Oh my. You,
Then he had the Sunday school teacher who used to see me come there like every Sunday, just come in and listen a bit. Ask, and then she called me a day and she would start to tell me about what Sunday school is all about. She invited me, but I could not have go. I could not have go. The
yeah.
woman and I love that.
So you were always interested in learning about God.
Yes.
And
I
what?
hear the story and they wanted to know.
Oh, you had a hunger, a desire to learn.
Yes.
And what phase in your life did you go to live in Nevis? And what happened? What made you go to Nevis?
Um, the beating,
What do you mean by the beating?
the licks. They used to beat me for simple thing if they come home, if she come home and no water in the house, the clothes ain't washed. So like a morning I get up and I pretend like I'm going to school. I pretend like I'm going to school because most of the time I used to miss the bus because I have to take care of the younger ones. I miss the bus, so sometimes I have to walk it till I get a ride from Christchurch because the school bus used to come at Christchurch. So I
Mhm.
will catch the bus there and to Kayana. And when I go, I have to walk it from Mansion to Christchurch. And I miss the school bus and I have to walk it till I get a lift.
A long
And coming on 3:30, my mind ain't focusing. I can't concentrate because I know something gonna come up and I gonna get it.
Oh my.
So that morning, I pretend like I'm going to school, and when everybody gone, I I had a gentleman, an old man. He and his wife used to give me food sneakily.
It's a blessing.
Yes, he used to give me food sneakily. So that morning, I tell them what I'm going to do, and they give me the boat fee.
Did your grandmother know you were coming to Nevis to live?
No, no,
So wow. You just jumped on a boat, went to
yes,
Nevis. How did
yes.
you know how to find her?
I asked the busman, one of the busman,
You were brave.
because I prefer to do that than to be getting licks.
Yes. So she did not know you were leaving then.
Nobody did know. Only the old man and his wife.
Okay.
Only the old man and his wife.
What was life like for your neighbors?
It was good. It was good. My grandmother really, although I had to work hard because I had to do chores, I had to look after animal, I had to go in the ground. I still prefer that. 'Cause I
What do you
used to
mean?
make
What do you mean calls? You had to do calls. What do you mean?
like coal where they don't sell. You have to set the coal field, the coal to make coal, cut the wood, then the fire stick, the cashew stick to make coal pit.
You've done all of that?
Yes, and working in the ground.
Wow. You worked
And
hard.
look after animal. I look after animal,
What kind of animals did you look after?
goat and sheep.
So are you saying you did those during the summer vacations? That's what you're saying?
No, you have to get up in the morning, head water before you go to school and take care of the animal.
Wow. And still go to school and have the
And the school is very far from Gingerland High
Mhm.
School to come. But it never used to come around to us because a gang of us going to school and we walking and we talking.
Man.
Yeah, and in the morning time where we got to head water when we wake up, somebody gonna come call somebody. So even if it's 2 buckets of water, we got to carry it home before we go to school.
So y'all didn't have any water pipe at your home, the facilities where you live?
No, it used to be a Roosevelt. When that one ain't working, we got to go to a far distance. But see what we do, we pick some skinny bush, put it in the bucket that all the water don't trouble before we reach home.
That's genius.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. But I just still prefer living with my grandmother than living where I was before.
Okay.
Where I was living before, he had water pipe close by, but my grandmother never used to beat me and she used to make sure I eat.
Yeah, that's good. So your grandmother liked to cook?
Yeah, she will cook. And you know, she don't use stove, you fire water.
Yes. So did you
All
learn
the
to
small
cook
stove.
from her? Who did you
Oh,
learn to
yeah,
cook from?
from her and from her. And then after I finished school up there, I went to do a little restaurant and a hotel work. And the lady, the cook, they used to teach me.
That's great. What
Yeah,
did you want to be? Did you know what you wanted to be when you grew up back then?
look after old people. I always love to look after old people. I never even thinking about getting children.
You've had a passion for working with old
Elderly, for
people.
elderly,
Yeah,
yes. For
that's
elderly.
that's amazing. That's
Yes,
wonderful.
I
So
love
what
it bad.
so what brought you back from Nevis to St. Kitts?
After I go up, after I go up, I passed to go to college, but I didn't go up. I get my first son at 18.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah, so then after I get my son, his father was living in St. Kitts, so I came back to St. Kitts
Okay. We're in St. Kitts where you live in.
at King Street by the police station.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow. That's an incredible way of growing up. How did that experience shape the person you've become today? Growing up with your mom passing away at age
Mm.
10 and
I,
struggle.
I, Sheila, I said, well, you know what? I have to do what I have to do. I have to do what I have to do. I get my son, but I say, you know what? I'm not gonna treat him like how I get treated.
Mhm.
I will always take care of my kids. 'Cause it's not a good feeling when you live with people and you know they ain't really care,
Mhm.
they
Mhm.
ain't showing you no love. I used to always say, I'm not gonna give my kids to anyone.
How many kids do
No,
you have?
at that time, I
No,
know
right now, right now.
5, and the last one is 29. The
Oh,
first one
wow.
is 20,
Woo.
41. The
Oh my,
first one will be 41.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Cool. So who or
And
what helped you? Sorry, go ahead. You go ahead.
and I always like take care of them, without a father. Send them to school, college, everything. At
Edu
that time, at that time I used to work and I never used to really pay attention to like getting a house, doing that. I used to always think about the education
Mhm.
and how they go to school, make sure they look tidy and
Yeah.
the hygiene. I never used to study about how.
Mm.
Sometimes I hear thinking, I say, if I did only know, I didn't thinking about that. I was more concentrating about the
The
education.
kids, yes, because education builds the mind.
Yes.
Good. So who or what helped you through that time, other than the people who gave you the ticket to go to Nevis? Who else helped you
Um,
through that rough time in your life?
um, most of the time, my police brother, the one who passed away.
Mhm.
Most of the time, most of the time, when I deliver with the lady, he used to give the lady an allowance to keep me up, like to buy ever whatever I want. But she
Mhm.
never used to do it. She used to buy it for her kids.
Mhm.
And when he give me new shoes and new clothes, they will wear them first.
That's sad.
Yeah, sometimes I have to go to school, put a plaster on me toe. Nothing happened to me toe, but me ain't got no shoes, because my sister got me shoes. I have to wear joggers.
Wow. That's sad.
Yes. I used to always say, God help me. Whenever I go up and I get any kids, I will never, ever give them to nobody.
Good. 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 How did your
Not
brother
for my
pass? What happened to
children.
your brother? You mentioned a brother passing away.
He passed away. HOBSON, Nova LY.
Hmm.
He passed away.
Was he sick?
Yeah, yeah, 4 years ago. He had kidney failure. He had high blood pressure, sugar. Yeah. So I was the one who taking care of him.
Okay. So it's alleged your mom had kidney failure,
Yeah, like
and now
in
your
the
brother.
family.
So
Hmm.
what
And
are
then Johnny P passed away the other day too.
your other brother?
Yeah.
Oh, then I'm sorry. That's a lot of loss you've had to deal with.
Back to back. And I had it half.
It's tough. How did you cope?
Yeah. When I was looking after my brother, it was around COVID time. I get COVID and all because the immune system was so low. I never used to sleep in the night because I have to take care of him. And I used to like scared to go sleep because he used to vomit a lot. I used to feel like if I go sleep, he gonna strangle.
Mhm.
Then the immune system went down. And then I had COVID. I was in ICU.
Really?
Yes,
Sounds scary.
very. I was home from August to December.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Dr. C. Haley just called me the miracle lady.
Well, I'm glad the Lord saved you
God,
from
I
that.
give me money in church. Only God. God kept me. Because he ain't ready for me. And you see, I got things out here to do.
So you got COVID from your brother?
No, I used to work with the COVID. I used to work at the health center. And I used to have the key for the down because when they was giving the vaccine, I used to go at morning, open up, set up the flask for the vaccine, help the patient and them who come to fill out the form. So you get to be a pick it up down there.
Oh, yes. Once you work in the health department, you're exposed to
Mhm.
everything that's going around.
Mhm.
Well, I'm glad that you got good treatment and you survived it.
By God's grace. Only God.
Mhm. My son had COVID really bad, and I took him in and took care of him. I actually had a doctor who used to come to the home every day to
Mhm.
to to house calls, and
Mhm.
I actually got a oxygen machine to the home, and I just like what you said, I didn't sleep for most of the nights. I would get up every minute just to check his blood pressure, check his oxygen
Yes.
level, see if it's
Everything.
pressure. I was acting like a nurse, even though I'm not a nurse. And one night I remember I thought, okay, he might die tonight because his oxygen had dropped, and he didn't look well. And I wake him up and gave him some medicine. And then he got better. He just started getting better. But
Yes.
before that
You have to
happened,
pray.
but I
This,
didn't get it, even though I took care of him.
mm,
He was in my house coughing up and coughing up, but I didn't get sick. So thank God.
give thanks, give thanks. It
Yes.
wasn't a good experience for me
Mm-hmm.
because even now, I still have a lot of side effects. They're saying it's from the vaccine, they're saying it's because of the COVID.
Mm-hmm.
But I just give God thanks. Each morning I wake up, before I
Mm-hmm.
put on my foot, I say, thank you, Lord.
Yes, that's good.
Thank you.
So how did,
Thank you.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
you've always been a woman of faith. And when did that begin? When did your faith in God get solid?
After, after I started going to Antioch and I get to understand what God is all about and what he could do and what he do things before he see we really need it, I said, there's a God. There is a God. There is a God. So at Antioch,
Good. How did your relationship with God help you heal from all this pain and loss?
because like Pastor used to always say, there's nothing God cannot do.
You
And
mean
there's
Pastor
nothing,
Connor? You mean Pastor Connor?
yes,
Let's
Pastor
give him the
Lincoln Connell.
recognition that he deserves.
Pastor Lincoln Connell, he's a good shepherd. He lead his sheep on the green pasture. He always give us wisdom and teach us knowledge, you know? And prayer, nothing need prayer, but he always say, anything bothering you, take it to the Lord in prayer. Just go on your knees and pray. And I did that.
That's what.
Sometimes it might happen when we want it to. It's in God time, not in the time.
Correct. Correct. So
Yes.
how do
So
it make sense? How now that you have faith in God, how does it make sense that God allow your mom to be taken away from you from such an early age, and you having to suffer for those?
I'm telling you honestly, I was asking myself, God, why mom? But
Mm-hmm.
now I get to understand it's not our time, it's God time. So that was her time for God. That was her time.
Yes.
Probably God knows best. Maybe she was in a lot of pain. I don't know because I was young. Like, so he take her out of the suffering.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sometimes, we ask why, but it's only God who answer those questions because
Yes.
it's his time, not our time.
Mm-hmm.
Anything happens in God's time.
Correct.
Because for me, I was saying, God kept me because the way I was sick, I didn't think I would have get any better. And I will never wish it on nobody.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's only God.
So
God is good.
the getting sick, did that make you not want to go back to help people since it was obviously someone who
I
passed on?
didn't stop.
That didn't, you didn't lose your motivation.
Oops. Uh-uh. Even when I go to work, the boss never said, Hobson, remember you were sick, but you have to take care of yourself. I said, yes, I will. I will be, go to all the things I have to do, my mask, sanitize, wash my hands. But that didn't stop me.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't stop me. Even after, before I get the COVID, when everybody on shutdown, I on the ward, giving me insulin, doing me just check the people in.
Mm-hmm. What drew you to this type of work?
As a small coming up, after my mom gets sick and so I say, you know what? I want to be a nurse who I could take care of other people.
Wow.
Because sometimes ain't like really the care they need, it's just someone to talk to,
Mm-hmm.
somebody to talk to give them a positive vibe, you know,
Mm-hmm.
loneliness, just a companion. And you know how
Yes.
good it is at the end of the day?
Yes.
Just a little hello, how you doing?
Correct. Correct. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes,
I say in my next life I want to work with the elderly.
I love them that. Me and them just always get along. Even when I'm on vacation, they say when you're coming back.
So how does your own story inspire how you treat your patients?
My story, I will say, like, what I don't like for myself, I will give to others. I don't let people go on bad with me, so I wouldn't go on bad with them. Because sometimes, ain't that they want to go on bad, but we don't know the situation at home.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
they come in with a little kind of bad behavior. You cannot let them go back out with that behavior.
Correct. Correct.
You can't be hairstyle and they hairstyle.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody have to be calm. Someone have to be calm, and talk to them and tell them, well, give God thanks. This morning you wake up, just say, thank you, Lord. Because the other day, one of them come and say, how you doing? She said, me bloody knock all over me. I hurt you. I said, no, you're not bad. You're good. God wake you up this morning. So just say, thank you. Each morning you wake up, just say, thank you, Lord. I'm among the living.
So where do you find your words of encouragement? Where do you find it? Does it come naturally to you?
Naturally, and sometimes when you go to church, when I go to church and Pastor preach that the messages, when Pastor Lincoln preach, the messages, I just say, yeah, we need to do that. We need to do that. You know, just a little encouragement.
He's one
A
of your
little,
big motivators.
yes, he's a good shepherd.
Did you have any other role models growing up?
Only since I get big, only my brother, the same policeman who passed away.
Passed away? Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. So we didn't see each other for so long. Yet when we reunited, it felt like
Yes, we
no
did.
time.
We wasn't apart
I know. Why do you think our friendship have had such enduring quality?
because we was like sisters. We were like sisters. The little whispering we do sometimes. Teacher Dope used to say, "You are gonna stop talking. You all need to stop talking."
Yes, I know, I know. And then our moms too. Like we had
Yes, the
connection.
moms were close, so the kids gonna be close.
Yes, your mom and my mom worked together at the hospital. They were very good friends.
Yes,
And so that bond carried on with us.
yes.
Hmm.
Also,
Okay. If you could go back and whisper advice to that little girl who lost her mom at 10, what would you say to her?
from at that age, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't really understand what it's all about. I didn't understand. But I used to wish my mom was always around. I used to wish. But after I grow and get to understand what it's all about, I said, God knows best.
Mm-hmm.
The only God knows best.
What are some of
I
the things
didn't
you miss about your mom?
I miss like the coming of me here. We make big flats, like four.
Mhm.
And when she cooks, she always makes sure everybody eats. Sometimes, even if you ain't see children, food gonna be there. Every time you come at the house,
Mhm.
food always there for everybody.
My mom was like that too.
Yes, that's how we grow up.
Mhm.
That's how we grow up.
So did you have a lot of extra plates for other people in case the
Yeah, remember it's Casablanca and it's plastic, so mommy gonna buy a lot.
so you had a lot of casa plastic plates?
Oh yeah, the cup for your tea and the
Yes,
glass for your drink.
yes. Did you have a real glass or plastic glass?
Plastic, not, nobody has
Oh,
the glass inside.
okay.
You drink out of the glass if it's Christmas, and as soon as you don't drink the drink, you got to
You
wash it
put
out,
them
drain it,
back.
and put it in.
Yes, yes, yes. How did you all celebrate Christmas in those days?
Only thing I used to be studying, when my mother came, me go buy me clothes, me new clothes, for New Year's Day.
Okay.
Yeah, and just to go out to watch the masquerade. I never used to study anything about the masquerade.
Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Because most of the time it's my brother, so there's boy, so I put to foot there and then he's the only girl. And then the other little girls them in the village, we're going anyway. All of us gonna go between the boys, them never used to really want us to be there.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Yeah,
love,
but you used to be some good times.
yes.
There used to be some good times. Even the bigger ones, the bigger boys, you know what they used to do to us? Go in the cemetery, get a white sheet, and when we're coming up the road, they act like ghosts.
That's funny. So did you all believe in ghosts back then?
Yes, at the time because in the burying ground, so everybody saying it's the spirit, they can wear on a better.
And then you live close to the cemetery anyhow, so
They used to that
that's
we
funny.
running for we life. And
That's
the white teeth coming up and they're going their hand going like this. Oh God.
that's funny. Very funny.
But we had some good times too.
Yes, yes.
We
Okay,
had good times.
okay. So Asilma, before we wrap up, I want to share something that has been my North Star, both in
Okay.
my work and in my own healing.
All right.
Years ago, I think it was in 1987, I went to
Mm-hmm.
Serval in Trinidad. I
Mm-hmm.
discovered where I learned about the Spices curriculum. That was a curriculum used for early childhood education. The S
Mm-hmm.
stands for spiritual, P for physical, I is
Mm-hmm.
intellectual, C is for creative, and E emotional, and the other S is for social. Over
Mm-hmm.
time, I have adopted that framework. I've adopted that framework and made it part of my life as a
Yeah.
teaching tool. It became my blueprint for living. And a few years later, I added the F after
Mm-hmm.
conducting my research. The F stands for finances. Because let's be real, well-being, well-being isn't complete without economic stability. We need economic stability.
Yeah.
So this framework has been my compass through life's storms, helping me realign when things feel off balance and helping me learn how to help other people. I would love to hear from you about which dimensions of this has helped you in your life story, whether it's spicy, whether it's S for spiritual or physical, emotional, which of those areas has been
Spiritual. I will say spiritual.
spiritual. Okay.
Yes, I will say spiritual because after you come from when you're small and you don't understand what God really can do for you, and then you get the experience from people who know it. It gives you a light to show that there is a God, and you must believe the spiritual God is God,
Okay.
only God.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay. So before you became very spiritual, I want you to take your mind back before you became very spiritual. Okay. So grief has a
yes.
way of stripping us down to our core. Of the seven spices, spiritual, physical, intellectual, creative, emotional, social, and financial, which one became your non-negotiable anchor during the storm at before you became,
Non-social,
what did you say?
not socializing.
Not socializing? Okay. Mm. So,
Because after the one my mentor gone, I said like, hey, make no sense to get to other people because they're gonna leave me too.
oh, yes. So fear of rejection, fear of
Yes,
being left behind.
yes.
Yes. What about emotions? How did you cope emotionally? What did you do too?
Most of the time, I used to just go over the cemetery by my mom's grave and just cry.
Oh,
Even sometimes I pass now and I see we got a cross right there. I just stay for a few minutes.
mhm.
I
Wow.
just stay for,
And then you live close to the cemetery, so it was all
yeah,
reminder.
yes, right close. You just come straight past and it's right there.
Hmm. Sometimes healing comes from the most unexpected places. Was there a moment when one dimension, like one area, maybe creativity through walking or planting or cooking or doing something? What is one
I
thing
will say, I will say working.
working? Okay. What did you do for work? That which work you did that made you feel
Okay,
good?
sometimes like you, I know may have a mother, a role model.
Hmm.
So sometimes I will go an elderly lady, but she passed on now, and she will talk to me like, give me strength and tell me, don't worry, it's gonna be okay. As a mother figure, yeah,
Hmm.
even though I work in, she will still like I'm working. I go there to talk to her about her, but then she gonna talk to me about myself.
Yes, yes. So as
Yeah,
someone who's turned pain into purpose, what dreams or goals are you still pursuing today?
for me, I will continue to deal with the elderly. I always, sometimes I say, if when I'm ready to retire, if I will open a home, a little home, it could be just two person,
Wow.
even like a deck, just a deck here, that the family could leave them and when they come from work, they come collect them.
Yes. You want to continue making an impact on the elderly.
Yes. Which
Wow.
is at the church, we go and visit the elderly in the community.
Hmm.
And my job at the health center is to go to look after the shut-in, those who cannot come out. So like everybody, like if we have 31 patients, everybody get a visit
Hmm.
once a month, every month.
That's good.
Yeah,
That is good. That gives
yeah.
you a reason for living, make you feel like your life, you have a purpose and a reason for living.
Yeah, I used to go by your mom when she was living with Debbie and she never forget me.
No, how could she?
So
I
I
did.
always say, see ya.
I didn't even forget you, even I hadn't seen you for years. There's no way my mom would
Yeah,
forget you.
no, she did not. I used to like just love to go to church when she dancing. I did miss when she stopped coming to church and dancing.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
Well, I
She
still,
always give,
I
she
have,
always give me inspiration.
yes. Is there anything else you would like to share today? Anything I didn't ask you that you would like to share?
Not really. I would just like to thank God and thank you. Thank you for bringing out the best in me because I'm not a talking person. So I just want to thank you and give God thanks.
It's my pleasure. I still may your strength, your faith, and heart for service leave me in awe. Thank you for sharing your story with us today and for being a friend who's taught me the meaning of resilience. I really, really appreciate the time you've spent with me today. It means a lot to me.
Thank you, and it's gonna have more time. As long as you need anything like this, I'm here.
Good. Okay. Dearest Isilma, thank you again, not just for joining me on this podcast, but for the gift of your presence, your story, and the enduring friendship that time could never diminish. Your strength, your faith, and compassion have always inspired me, and having you share your journey today was a profound honor. This conversation reminded me how beautifully our childhood bond has weathered life's storms and how your light continues to shine and touch everyone around you. Our friendship remains one of the life's greatest gifts. Until next time, always remember you are loved.
Always remember, I'm just a phone call away.
Good. Okay, listeners, thank you for joining us today. Join me next time on this station for unraveling relationships, emotions, and desires. Log on to www.unravelred.com to join the conversation. Remember, Life isn't just about fight, flight, or freeze, it's about finding your fabulous. Until next time, keep unraveling the extraordinary.